Good morning. It's Thursday. Last night we did a little testing and calibration on our combines for corn. Everything went good. I think we both got dialed in right where we want to be. So today the goal is going to be our first full day corn harvest. Riding with old Skeeter here to the field. Here we go. We left our combines over there last night, so had to ride with somebody. I chose to ride in the Fendt.
Not a bad ride.
No. How fast are we going? 33
and a half.
Woo. I would say if we get at least 150 acres today on day one, it'd be pretty good. Especially since we have some moving around to do today. So it'll be 75 and where we're at, but that's in 2 fields. 54 on Needmore. That's also 2 fields, sort of. Technically 3 with the lane.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of headlands. That just slows you down. And then 63 to 65-ish on St. Joe Highway, fluffies. So, I don't know if we'll get her all that today or not. I guess it kind of also depends on how much corn the elevator takes and how late we can run. So. Okay, we're at the field, just getting ready to make my first cut, letting the machine warm up a little bit first. So what I was talking about, we call this Colliers. This is where we're going to start. As you can see, that's where we did our calibrations last night. So we just got to fill in here, finish this field, and then we're going to hop on across the road and do that. Between those, both sides of the road is 75 acres. And then we'll be heading a couple miles here to the southeast for 54 acres called Needmore Highway. So that's kind of the beginning goal of the day. Corey's already making his first pass. He beat me here. He rode with the truck driver. I hopped in with the grain cart. I've made a few rounds now. Kind of just moved over here into the shorter rows of the field. It's an angled headland, so I'm kind of down here, like the shorter rows at the moment. Everything's going good. I was a little worried about how wet the corn leaves and everything were, but it's going through my head pretty well. So that's good, and my auto steer sensor is working today, so that's good too. A double win for Kyle. Corn, you can really pile up a grain cart, especially if it's a little wet. Or if you're watching during soybeans, and the corn I'm sure will get dry, you know, to where it's sliding around more, but if you're watching during soybeans, you might remember me kind of talking about how you can't quite get as much on because you can't build the piles up as much. Gear loaded. So yeah, that's kind of the process. I could have fit a little more on them, but this is the last pass, so on my way out I'll fully empty out again before we hop across the road and start ripping headlands off over there. Straight ahead of me right now is the other field. We got 4 trucks running today. Ivan, Rich, Mert, Chris. Everybody's out today. Just making my first real pass across the field. I was opening up the headlands along the woods and all that. Just thought it'd be a good moment to kind of explain to people that don't know a lot about farming why you may see some farmers take out like unnecessary trees or fence rows along the edge of their field. When we crossed the road over here, we had a 230 bushel average. It's the same ground essentially, and you know, same hybrid. And after running just the 2 outside passes that go along the woods, my average dropped 15 bushels. So from 230 down to 215. So that's a lot of lost potential out here, you know, just because of the woods. So just thought I'd kind of explain why you may see.
You guys are going to start running into that washout just behind where I'm at.
You might see some farmers taking out fence rows and trees and stuff like that. Getting ready to do our first split. So I counted out 64 rows. So we run 8 row heads. He has a 24 row planter. So I counted out 64, so I will split it here, and then we will work it from the middle of the split outward until the 64 that I left are gone. Then we'll repeat the process. So like I was talking about, we were doing like all the short rows are done, all these short rows are done, and like I was talking about earlier with the woods kind of pulling your yield down, you can kind of see that represented on the map everywhere where it's red. I have this little snag, gotta wait for skis to get back. He's loading trucks, I'm full. Just kind of the way this field's set up and where they have to load the trucks sometimes makes the process a little slow. But skis is over there. I think you can probably see him loading trucks. So the road's over there. We don't have like a lane or anything up here along the end of the field for dumping. So, you know, he has a little bit of a drive to get there. And we had a little issue with one of the tarps on the semis, so skis kind of get the driver a hand with that, and so we both ended up full of corn. But we're getting going again. Got a brand new corn head this year. It is a Gleaner North Star with XD snapping rolls. I gotta say, it's performing very well. Traded it in on a Gleaner 3308. It is doing a great job. Trash intake is way less. I can run my speed on my head a lot lower and do a better job. And speaking of the speed, I just discovered that I have an oil leak in my variable speed adjustment, you know, in the shivs. And so I'll probably be down at some point. I don't know how long this will last, but I just talked to the dealer and we're gonna schedule something. So I'm just kind of waiting for a call back on that and see when they can get to it and see what makes the most sense. I don't think it's anything that's gonna like just go to pieces on me anytime soon, but you know, it's not gonna get any better. We are running around probably about an average 23.5% moisture on this 102 day from Beck's 55 or 52.12. basically a brand new corn. See, there we go, we plugged it. Because also my stripper plates keep opening all the way. If I don't pay attention, they'll just open up, then I'll jam an ear in one of the rows and plug it up. So that's the other issue with that technically. Talking to the salesman, it sounds like they had another head do this exact same thing, and it just ended up being like a piece of debris and one of the check valves that makes it so that you can't, you can't open or that the stripper plates can't open up by themselves. So I just got to pay a little closer attention. Just keep bumping her down, and also keep bumping my speed up because that wants to slow down on me. But so just some minor setbacks, but once we get those corrected, this thing will be operating just like it should. First official field of corn is history. It's kind of what the yield map looks like. I'm trying to get it centered here. As you can see, the body of the field's pretty dang good. Came up with a 233 average. I didn't quite have my moisture calibrated correctly. Still kind of struggling getting that set. I think Corey was more like 227, 225, somewhere in there. So I would estimate it probably right there, 227, 228 dry, probably. So a good start to the year for the 2025 corn harvest. Gonna come over here and dump and then fold up. We just gotta go, I don't know, a mile or so south. There's Christoph. So yep, we'll catch you at the next field. Going pretty good. Still got a ways to go in this field. Just a quick little update. Carrying a 221 average at the moment. The dust sure is rolling here. Yeah, everything's going pretty smooth. Haven't had any hiccups yet today, really, to speak of. Trucks are keeping up. We're in a pretty good rhythm with the grain cart at the moment. So hopefully that continues. Well, when you see a guy tearing something apart on a combine, that's usually not great news. This variable speed is out of this combine. They're gonna take it out tonight. So I will be rocking solo in the morning. I bet you he'll be back probably early afternoon, maybe even by noon. I guess I got the parts he needs. So in the morning they'll, get to rocking, putting it back together. So it'll be a little slower paced, just as a whole in the morning. But I'm gonna start a little earlier, see if we can't get some trucks in line earlier in the morning.